Talking shop, sharing experiences, making contacts. The 2011 MTM Users Conference provided the 190 participants or so with plenty of opportunities to discuss the current requirements in industrial engineering and take home some new ideas for their own work. It was very evident that the potential in IE to design slim, efficient processes has not been exhausted by a long way. Ralf Hensel from Chemnitz University of Technology believes one of the reasons for this lies in the positioning of IE within the organizational structure. Many companies used to employ IE methods to determine times in a classic way, but have not viewed processes as a whole. He says this is only possible if IE has a staff function, i.e., it is centrally placed. And there's an even better option. What's rare but has potential is a matrix structure, where there's a mixture of centralization and decentralization. Then IE can better exploit its potential along all the process lines. At ZIC, they are in the process of establishing a central IE department, which provides slim and stable processes. Stock management and production leveling are just two elements in an intelligent business process, but MTM analyses form the basis. Philipp Hanke emphasized the role of productivity as a control factor for processes. This is really important. We pay people according to productivity, we check various efficiency factors as an indication of how the department is doing and how particular lines are doing. That's the basis. It works very well. You can see when departments crash relatively well, e.g., now when the economy is picking up and one department is overloaded, you can see immediately that things are tight. It's clear from the figures immediately, so you can readjust things accordingly. Having an eye on costs from the outset, particularly product and process costs, is necessary in every sector. For Rainer Schleweis from Heidelberger Druckmaschinen AG, end-to-end data management is essential. Involving IE in all the phases of value creation at an early stage is also the major focus for Hartmut Scharner from Miele. Dirk Berlinecker from VW described how material logistics needs to be organized now, if possible without any waste, in standardized form and cyclically. He recommended his colleagues should not look for errors in employees, but in the process. It is particularly difficult to standardize work for single-item or small production runs and commit the employees to a best method. Henrike Lenzian knows why. You don't have any routine operations, so to speak. There's not such a high degree of practice. That's why it's important to find a suitable method and a suitable level of description in order to obtain a certain routine. Henrike Lenzian has already tested her 4-stage model to classify work standards in degrees of detail at Bosch Rexroth. The work standard is developed with the employees directly on the line and is then continually improved. MTM plays an important role in this process. I think the most important feature, particularly in terms of lean processes, is having a matter-of-fact basis for arguments, i.e., I have a toolbox, I have methods that I can use. Lean in particular is a culture, a personal issue where things sometimes stop being objective. And I have the opportunity to obtain some acceptance for everything because I can argue my case in a matter-of-fact way. Only well-informed and methodically trained employees can achieve realistic goals. That is the credo of Gaspar Molnar, production manager at Audi Hungaria. Each employee should not be able to cope with all the method building blocks, but should recognize their meaning and share their knowledge with colleagues. Molnar says the real potential is on the line. The people on the line need to understand what they are handling. So the engineers have to be ready and willing to formulate the processes, prepare them, and create them in such a way that colleagues can cope with them. Things need to be ergonomic and accepted according to the method building blocks defined in the APS and be feasible. So the employees find the solution, the best solution and the right solution. We have to give them the tools so that they can find it easily. The date for next year's MTM Users Conference has already been set. Note 10th and 11th May 2012 in your diary now.